Welcome to High Talk Real Talk, where the topics burn faster than your spliff. I am your host, Flipside, alongside my co-host.
Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Empress Davy. So, I'm doing a little something different today. Not behind the bar. I'm actually joining the stage. So, I'm gonna hit it to my right. Sir, please introduce yourself. Let me know your name, what you do, where we can find you.
What's going on? Might not be able to find me, but I'll be around. My name is Matthew, long friend of my man over here from forever ago.
Forever.
You know what I mean? And
Forever, ever.
we linked up, and he asked me to come through, share my thoughts on some topics. And I'm a truck driver,
Okay.
deal with some house stuff with my cousins, and that's pretty much about it.
Beautiful.
That's about it.
And then we have this beautiful lady to my left. Please introduce
She
yourself.
She all right.
Hi.
Listen. Don't be a hater.
No,
Please
please.
introduce yourself. Let us know what you do, where we can find you.
So I'm Linda, formerly known as Miss Grippy. I say formerly because I'm about to stop all of that.
Why?
But
Anyway, go ahead.
I host a lot of parties in the evening in Orlando, and in the day I'm a nurse.
Nice.
So
Welcome.
I'm here because I want to get into this talk.
well,
Let's
I
talk.
talk.
Let's talk.
well, welcome to our panel, guys. So, on today's episode, we're gonna kind of do it a little bit different. We're just gonna throw a general topic out there, and we're gonna start the conversation. So, I'm trying to get views from a male's perspective and a female's perspective on child support. How do we feel about it? What do we think about it? And I'm gonna shoot it to my man first. Go ahead, baby.
I didn't know that was
Well, I
coming.
mean, why not ladies first? But
I
No,
think, yeah.
no.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Okay.
first in this one. You can have it.
I can have it.
Mm.
Thank
I-
you, thank you.
I'm-
I receive it.
Because
That's how we end up with
I
child
know,
support.
I know, because
I
I
receive
know there's a stigma about women on child support, so I kind of want to throw it to the men because
Right.
I want to get your opinion. I want to get your feel for things.
All right,
Talk
so,
to me.
So, as far as child support, my honest opinion on it, I don't care for it. The only way I say child support is needed is for people that don't want to be in their kid's life. That's it. Can't be found, don't want to be there, you don't want to do nothing, you get DNA tests and they're yours and you're still not trying to be there. By all means, dry out his pockets, I don't business. You worthless. I'm serious. That's my
I
outlook on
mean,
it. As
yeah.
far as a father trying to be there, you're trying to work with them. Y'all might not get along. Things change in the past, whatever. Cool, whatever. He ain't trying to get in your pants. Y'all keeping it 100% respectful. Why you got this man on child support? I'm a person that been on child support.
Okay.
I told my significant other at the time, I was like, yo, are you sure you want to put me on child support? I'm being honest. I'm
Because
sure you want to put me on
I
and I
think-
was like, hey.
I think for the most part, what you would be willing as a parent, right? What you would be willing to give towards your children or child would be far more than, I guess, what would be appointed by the court.
Correct.
Okay.
So money is one of a million things
Right.
your kid needs.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And
That's a major fact.
money is just one of a million things. I don't owe my child nothing.
Right.
I don't owe them nothing. That's the first thing. You can go to the Bible. You don't owe them jack. It's your responsibility as a parent to grow them up in the ways that is right. Make sure they're an asset to this world, to anybody that they're around, and give them, like, instill certain things in them. Physically, mentally, emotionally. It's a list of things that they need, and especially time.
Right.
So money don't equate to none of that. You get me? So going back, I didn't like it, but I was like, whatever. Go ahead. They said the numbers, her mouth dropped. She was like, what? And I said,
Because I feel like a lot of women expect to get like this high number.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
It's not expect.
Okay.
The reason why child support is so popular is because of how much females survive off of how much they get from child support.
In some cases.
So let me, all right, so
Yeah.
wouldn't it be easier?
I
Wouldn't
agree
it
with you in some cases.
In some
Yeah,
cases.
some cases.
Wouldn't it, all
exactly.
right, and yeah, because there's a lot of females that don't get.
Listen, I know
But-
people that pay $100 a week. You cannot live on $400 a month.
Exactly.
That's nothing. Yeah. like I said,
And it happens.
Hold on, but
listening.
you also have
Sorry.
females that's getting $100 a week that could provide for a child a month. It's called child support.
True.
You understand?
Okay.
The problem that we have is that we expect child support to help your life. Child support is supposed to do that. You have to have a roof over your head regardless if you had a child or not.
Correct.
Now, maybe you might have to get an additional bedroom, you know what I mean, or extra bed, but child support is supposed to be child support,
Right.
right?
So in other words, it should go directly to your child.
Correct.
Okay.
But the government is the problem.
I disagree with that.
Chime in.
This
Go
is
ahead.
about to get
No,
real
you
interesting,
don't-
but go
you
ahead.
don't gotta wait.
I want to hear
You
it.
don't gotta wait.
No, I really disagree
Speak
with
your
that.
mind.
All right, well,
because
speak your mind.
I think child support goes for the roof over that kid's head, the lights that got to be put on, food that got to go in the mouth, clothing, all of that. Is not just to give to the kid. Give
So-
to the kid for what?
So let me ask a question, right?
What can the kid do with it?
Let me ask a question. How much is a 2-month-old raising your light bill?
It doesn't matter. He still needs the light.
So
But wouldn't
So you could
all
warm the milk,
but
so you
wouldn't-
could do whatever you
wouldn't
gotta do in that
still-
house.
Wouldn't you still need that light? If you didn't have a child, wouldn't you still
Yes.
need that light?
Yes, you still need the light, but
So then
because it's
why
your
am
child,
I-
you're gonna pay half of that light.
So then, what are you paying?
Half.
Why are you paying half?
Because
It's
it's
your
for me.
rent. Well, then give me my child.
Okay.
Because it don't make no
You
sense.
see, but a lot of parents don't want to take the child.
A 2-month-old child is not raising your light bill. It's not raising your rent.
see, I just don't like the system. Let me just say this. First
This-
and foremost,
Right.
I don't like the system.
No man will.
First and foremost, that's the worst thing, the system.
Because it's not for
just-
men.
It's not for men.
Exactly.
It's not for.
It's
It's
not
not
for
even for the
nothing.
kids. It's not for
No,
the kids.
it's for the women.
The government. No, it's for the government. They get
Well, that too, yeah.
they get like over $1 million bonus for X amount of men that they put
Y'all
on.
gonna
So that's
kill me.
just
It's
that's on
okay.
a whole nother level. But to touch her top, what she's saying, right? A 2-month-old, both of y'all topics. The 2-month-old, right? Not necessarily gonna raise your bill, but they're expensive as frig.
They are.
Daycare costs like $300 to something $100.
Daycare, diapers,
Pampers,
They
wipes,
are.
All of that.
formula,
Formula.
clothes.
So that is going to eat away from their normal expense, roof over your head that
Right.
you're coming out of your pocket, full 100 by yourself, X, Y, Z in a third. So that's what brings me back to my point where I said initially, like, I don't think that a father that wants to be there should be on it. Y'all should be having a conversation. How can we make this work for both of us?
Right.
I got X amount of bills. You got X amount of bills. How can we split this load? Cause I'm up there. You know what I mean? I've been through some stuff, and like, really and truly, it's just literally if you can have a conversation and come to an agreement,
Co-parent?
co-parent.
Co-parent
But you-
communication.
Yes.
You know why that
Sweet.
doesn't happen? It doesn't happen because it doesn't benefit the government. Just think about it, right?
That too.
If
That too.
females didn't think, as soon as I have a child, if you don't want to act up, I'll just go get your money and go to court, what would your alternative be? If the government wasn't there to say, I'm going to pay you if he doesn't do his job, what will be your alternative?
You guys gonna have. Well, you're gonna have to come to agreement.
But the
you got
female will
some-
quicker come to a conversation and an understanding
than some deadbeat dudes. Though.
if this child support didn't exist.
But then again,
you got,
on
you,
the,
you
on
got
the
the
other
man, you
side
got the
of
man
that,
factor. You got the man factor.
Well, all right, so
right,
wouldn't
but
it
on
be-
the
all
other
right.
side of that, that's what I was gonna
So
say.
let's-
Some men, if they're not on child support, they're not contributing to
Okay,
their
so
child.
just like how the government can make you, you have to pay child support if you don't take care of your child, right?
Okay.
Wouldn't it be easier to say if a child is yours, mother and father split 50-50 from birth, and if you don't take care of your child, then you go to jail or something? Wouldn't that be easier?
How do you
take
feel
you to
about
jail.
that?
They suspend your
Yeah, they do.
license.
They do.
They catch
They
you on
do.
the street.
It's
impound
not-
your
They
car.
garnish
After
your
child
paycheck.
support.
It's not, no.
After child support, it still benefits the female.
But okay, so do you think it's fair if, like you said, right? You've got bills.
Yeah.
I've got bills.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair that I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Do you think it's fair if you're paying 50% basically of my bills?
I don't think it's fair. Like I said, you got to come to agreement. If you
Okay.
mature enough, because a lot of the times you're young. I was young when I had my kid.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if you was young.
I was
know
young.
you was super young.
I was.
You're super young. I'm older than this you, and I know
I
you was
was.
super young. And
was, definitely.
at them times, your mind ain't even where it's supposed to be at. You get me?
You
Agreed.
Listen, I like how they do it where they
Agreed.
check your expenses.
Okay.
They check your expenses and see how much you make, how much I make.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That you could put down all your bills,
Okay.
and then after that, they calculate
But people
what it is
aren't
that
honest.
you should pay. And I agree with that because I might be low income when
Okay.
you're like way up there. You know what I mean?
And
What?
vice-
So
what
why
about
should I
vice
take
versa?
care?
Time out, time
Why
out.
should it be 50-50?
I gotta ask because I
You-
don't have
Oh,
kids.
y'all
wait,
about to
wait,
get
wait,
live.
wait, hold on.
I get you. So at that point, like they have mediation, so you don't necessarily have to put
Right.
that man on
Right, I wouldn't-
child support. Y'all
I
can
agree
come
with
with
that.
agreement. That's the point
But
I'm
for the
saying. is
deadbeats, they
deadbeats,
need to go on child support because they ain't doing nothing.
do what you want
But
to
I
with them.
say
I
don't
can't
go
in front.
don't go for the dads that do want to be in the kid's life and help because you are going to get more from that person letting them do
And
than
it's not
going
even
through the
monetary
system.
at that
I
point.
believe
It's
it. That-
actually
that
a
is a true
father
situation.
being a father.
There you go.
Kids need more than just freaking money.
Time,
You need love. You need
Attention.
attention. You
Yep.
need education.
guidance.
You need all of these things that money can't
Can't even buy,
compensate
right.
for.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm gonna be real. I don't have no kids, but I have a mentality of I know, and y'all don't kill me for saying this, but I'm not no baby mama. I'm a wife, so I understand shit happens. Sorry, mirror. I understand things happen. People are young. They do things. You know, shit happens. You think life is gonna end up somewhere complete opposite to what you at, but people need to understand that we're robbing these children of these relationships, of these lessons of life that money
It's
cannot
not all about money. Right.
provide.
Right.
And
That-
that's
I
a problem.
totally,
It's just
totally
being in
agree
that
with
kid-
that.
in
That's
that kid's
that part
life.
right there. I totally
Problem.
agree.
It's a big time problem. Us as females, and I'm not even gonna put myself in that category. Females think it's all about money. Oh, it's all good. You out here flossing with Gucci on. You could take care of your kids, but allow that man to take care of his kids
So
if he wants to.
Let me say something, right? In my case, I got 3 kids.
Okay,
So I was receiving child support. They're all grown now, 28, 26, 18.
right.
I get none.
You
I
did
wish
your
we
part.
could get it till they're 40 because they still be wanting. You know what I
did
mean?
your part.
Right. So I did my part. But truthfully, like, I was getting the money, but he was not in their life. So I would rather have had him in their life so
Than
they
that
can
money.
have their dad than collect that little lousy $400 for 3 kids a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't no money.
That's what I'm telling you, though.
But society is the reason why we like that. It's all society. The government is trying to push the single mother home.
Absolutely.
They trying to get rid of us. And the crazy
this
part
is-
is that females is going along with it.
Thank you. That's the freaking problem that
That's
I
the craziest
see. Like,
part.
we gotta wake up, females. Females, we gotta wake up.
Wake
They
the hell
try-
up.
they
We get-
literally
we get
trying to
fed
push
a narrative that
the
y'all
single
are
mother
just falling
household.
for. Like,
They don't want the father in the household no more. It's not beneficial to them.
listen, I saw
Absolutely
something
right.
the other day.
Absolutely right.
I
I can
saw-
control you a lot more. Put you in Section 8.
Right.
You're gonna be in
Right.
low education.
You
zones,
already
you're gonna be in a whole
stereotyped.
nother
We got all these females that's
level.
cool with just living off of Section 8, food stamps, income tax, and they just good. That's not a life.
What's crazy is I saw a video the other day. Some
Someone
rapper
believe
got
you.
some chick pregnant or whatever, and she was lying to the man, talking about the baby was for somebody else. She came on a podcast to let the world know, by the way, oh, this man is my baby daddy.
She about to
But-
get rich.
But I don't really need him in my life. I'm gonna let him be there if he wanna be. Like, all of that is not necessary. Like, if you're mature enough to have a child, then you should be mature enough to handle what happened.
They not mature enough. Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
I was, 18 when I
Right.
had Jay?
Yeah.
The man, not even the man, the boy I was back then is nothing. I was nowhere near ready to be a father.
Still a youth.
You was still a
I-
kid.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
You
I,
was still
I,
a kid. You
I
was
could
still a
say
kid.
that today.
Right.
I can say
Yeah.
that as
You
well.
know what I mean?
I wasn't the greatest. I'm even gonna
At
lie
all.
to none of y'all.
But
At
you didn't
all.
know better, right?
There's a lot of stuff I
not
did
that,
that would
It's
change.
not that I didn't know better. I wasn't ready to make that change.
Okay.
I was like, damn, I got to do all this, and I got to give up all my friends. You already know. You knew how I was. I kind of cut everybody off, and I was like on grown man status at a young youth.
Well, I
and
was
then,
19. Thank God I had my mama.
Yeah, hey, listen.
So
She
my
helped
mother,
me.
my mother was like, "Come on, tell me, oh, And I was like, what?
She should have been getting the
If you
child
want to
support.
be a man and make a picnic.
I was like,
Be a
oh
man.
my goodness. I almost caught a heart
But-
attack.
Okay, so let me understand. Well, not understand. Let me ask you this, right? Being that you both were young fathers, you were a young mother. Are you instilling in your children things that you didn't know at your age that you now have learned?
What?
Like, are you letting your kids know, like, yo, don't be out here being slack?
Well,
Quick, fast,
The
in a hurry.
difference is, I'm just doing the best I can be as a father. I don't even know what it is to have a male role model or a father to just even lead me in any direction.
I say this. I never had no father.
You
My
know what I
father
mean?
was done. He got murdered when I was 3 years old. So my
Sorry.
mother was my father and my mother. I had uncles, you know. I had uncles, but, you know, my mother was my father and my mother. I had to learn through lessons. And as I got older and grew up, even with my kid's mother, I was like, yo, talk to them certain ways, because it's like I was ignorant and had to grow up out of that. And then my little ones now, and I'm like, yo, listen, you seen my lifestyle. You seen what we went through. You don't want none of this in your life.
But-
I have one in college now, one about to go to college. And it's like,
Congratulations.
it's just, I was like, you know what you know what we went through as a whole total. You seen that side of mommy house, you seen this side of daddy house, and you know what you want and don't want. Make your decisions now. I'm going to support you in everything, because I don't want you to go the path I went through, because it's not an easy road. It's
So
just not an easy road.
I talk to my kids about it, and I'm a young grandma. I have 4 grandkids.
Nice.
And yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful.
You're a
It's the
grandma.
most amazing thing ever. But
You're a
you
grandma.
know, thank you. And I
I gotta
instilled
wipe
it
my
in them.
glasses off.
I talk to them over and over and over.
So would you have rather them live more of their life before having kids?
Of course, and I
Okay.
told them that. You know, I spoke to them about it, but I think not having their dad around, having the male, you know, role model, had a big play with that too.
So that's my next
So they had
question.
kids young. My daughter had hers at 19, and then the little one now, she's 18. You know,
Ooh,
And-
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready.
I had mine at 19, so I feel like it was just like a
Yeah,
Generational
they,
thing.
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
I say, I know me being in I have a son and a daughter. I have a daughter, a son, and a little
Better not.
daughter. I know me being in their life made a world of a difference. Both of them was like teetering on the fence.
does make a big difference.
Grades going down, all types of stuff. And I was like, yo, what's going on with my kid?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, running into school like, yo, I need to know what's going on. Oh, who are you, sir? I'm his father. I finally got through where I can start being in, like, getting in their life and not being blocked, because I was blocked like crazy. Oh, give me money. You don't need to know where I live at. You don't need to know him.
Oh,
I was
boy.
like, what the heck is going on? But I had to fight. I had to fight, and I forced my way through to my kids' life. I forced my way into them. The teachers, the guidance counselors was like, yo, their grades are going from F to A's.
There you go.
They this and that. And it's like, it's important
That's
that
nurturing.
they
That's
have a
that nurture
balance.
from a dad,
It ain't just
yeah.
one-sided thing. They have to have
Yeah.
balance. That yin-yang stuff, however you want to look at it, seesaw, everybody need balance. My energy is
It has to be
completely
both
different
parts.
from a woman's energy. My emotions completely different from a woman's emotion.
Right.
You might be, not to be rude, some women can be unstable, some men can be unstable.
Correct.
But you can have that balance. One of the other's going to be stable, one's going to be unstable. One's going to be understanding,
You
one's going
balance
to be,
each other out.
you know,
yeah.
and then like, I could tell my daughter something, and I'm like, yo, ask your mother this, say it like this, respectfully, and watch what happens. Oh my gosh, daddy. She, and I said, see? I said, you got to talk to her and then be respectful, but it's emotion. Your mom is full of emotion, and sometimes, you know, and then she's like,
Yeah,
now
damn.
she get older, she's like, yo, daddy, your point of view and my point of view is like night and
Completely
day.
different.
You know,
Completely
I'm sorry
different.
talking off my head off, but
No,
it's
that's what you're here for.
It's important for balance. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
Com-
Balance
Definitely.
is
So
key.
let me ask you this: how do you guys feel about this one-parent household, mostly women? How do you feel about that being a man, being a father?
I say it's all situational. My mother didn't ask for my father to go away, so she had no choice in that sense. She dated here and there, but
Nobody's
some of them
solid.
were some suckers. We had to put some hands on them.
But it's different though. Back then it's still different compared to now.
But going forward now, like, you know, like I said, situational. I can't say. I can't say for y'all if y'all see different, but everybody got different situations. So you can't even lump everybody in the same pot because God knows what's going on with their life. However, if they have a conversation, if they're available to have a conversation with another, you know, who knows where that journey's going to go. That's my outlook. I'm very optimistic on multiple things. It's just let's have a conversation. Let's see what it is in order to make a change or what compromise we could come to grow. But go ahead.
Okay.
Chat too much.
No.
That's what you're here for.
We here to talk. We here to talk. I mean, today's society, I don't feel like half of these people having kids are even ready to be parents at all. That's just today's society, period.
Child,
But
they don't even know how to watch them on
I also feel like as women, I mean, I give women enough respect as far as being mother and fathers when they have to be. But if you have a father that wants to be,
if you're choosing to be now.
yeah, if you have a father that wants to be a part of a child's life, if you have a father that's even there, forget money. You know what I mean? You knew who you got with. You know what I mean? What kills me is that you have a child, and then all of a sudden, your baby father supposed to be Superman. Like, make it make sense. You knew who you was with.
I just want to say big up to all the single moms out there that's doing their thing. Like
Big
I
up
was.
to them. Big up, big
Hello.
up, big up.
Y'all get enough
I
big up
was,
on
'cause
Mother's
it-
Day.
'cause
Stop
it's
the
very
shit.
I
no,
respect it.
because
I
it was
respect it.
very
I respect
hard.
it.
No, stop
No,
the shit.
no.
Stop
no,
it.
it's very hard for the single moms out there. No, seriously.
I'm
so
not
Y'all
knocking
get-
it.
listen.
I'm
forget
not
about Mother's
knocking
Day
it.
and Father's Day. We mothers and fathers every day. I don't.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
you ever
with
been
that.
to Walmart on Father's Day?
Yeah, it has
Go to
nothing there.
Walmart on
It
Mother's
has
Day.
nothing there for y'all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Okay.
knocking it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if
Treat
you
us
have
like
a
a-
choice to have the father in the child's life and you refuse because you now want to be mother and father. That's what I'm saying. I listen, I have sisters, not parents, but sisters, aunts, cousins, friends that are single mothers, not by choice.
Right.
But what I'm saying is if you have a stable man that wants to be in his child's life, most women are mad because he don't want to be in their life. It's not about you, it's about the kid.
Right. So he don't have to be in the house, but he can
No.
still be in the child's life.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm
definitely.
saying. Like you're choosing
Definitely.
for this man not to be a part of his kid's life because you're bitter. You're jealous. You're whatever it is. You
Oh,
get what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, not sometimes.
I'm actually going through that right now with my grandsons.
okay.
And, you know, and their mom and stuff, and my son.
And that's what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying.
hold
Like
on,
you
hold
have.
on.
But
What's up?
Hold on.
What you got?
I was going to say, did
Hold
you
on.
go through that phase of being bitter and petty?
no,
With
she
your-
did.
Oh, okay. You never had that in your
No,
journey?
but back in your
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Come on, talk. Let's keep it.
Listen,
let's keep it 1,000.
I was
Come on,
coming
talk
for
to me,
her.
talk to me.
Wait.
You beat me to it. I was coming. I was
If I
coming.
was ever bitter,
Yeah, talk to me.
actually no, I wasn't.
So you never bitter, never
I
petty,
wasn't
or you
because
never
he
gave him a
didn't.
hard time.
There was no reason to be. He didn't want to be there.
But did he want to be in his kid's life at all?
He was in and out whenever
Okay.
he wanted, you know. So it was like he was in and out. I
You
wasn't.
know, I gotta ask the question, right? Was he in and out of the kids,
Ah.
or was he in and out of you?
No, me and him was just over.
I gotta
Okay.
ask.
He
I
was
gotta ask.
in and out of the
sometimes-
kids.
Gotta ask.
Actually, it was like years he wouldn't even see the kids, and it took him to get with some chick that said
Actually had a head on her
there was
shoulders?
like, no, you need to see the kids. And then she hit me up like, can he see the kids? You know, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, should I really let him? Because it's not like he's even asking, she's asking. You know
But
what I mean?
sometimes
But
they
I
need
let
that.
I let them come and visit, and that's how they ended up for maybe like a few months, and then off again. So it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. You know.
So, gentlemen, how do
That
you
sucks,
feel about
that
that
sucks.
on again, off again business? Like, would you,
I-
if you were on again, off again, would you blame a mother for not having you in their life?
No.
Okay.
I had went through a phase like that. Again, I'm
But
not,
you
I was-
young.
actually have sex.
like I said, I went through on again, off again, but not no years like that. It's like months, and then sometimes I get tired of fighting. So I'm like fighting to go see. Nah, you can't come over here unless you with me. I'm like, I don't want to be with you. Or, you know, it was. I got some horror stories, but it wasn't in the sense of I didn't want to be there. It was like more so like a fight just for me to be there. And then, oh, you can't be here, and no one else could be
But
around
at
my
least
kid.
you made an effort to try and be there, or wanted
You know
to
how
be there.
stressful that was?
This man was so bad, he wanted to get away. He moved to Thailand.
Jesus, Linda.
He moved to Thailand.
What
from
you do
down-
to him?
Right.
Not me. I guess he was so depressed he couldn't have me, I guess, anymore, and he just moved
To
away.
Thailand? You just drove this man to a whole nother
I see,
around
Grandma,
the
you-
world.
He
I
moved
can
to
tell, I can
Thailand.
tell.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego type something?
He moved to Thailand,
After
got
three?
married, moved to Thailand, got
After
married.
3?
After 3, yeah. And then came back. So he's now here in Florida, got 4 grandkids, and still don't even want to see them. It's
Bumblebee
crazy.
tuna.
So it's true. At the end of the day, I'll take the blame because it's who we choose.
But
You don't know who, like for instance, my kid's mom didn't know who I was gonna be. They didn't.
That's
Know,
my
I
point.
didn't know who I
Right.
was gonna be.
Right.
He didn't know who he was gonna be.
Because you're
Back
still
then,
not there
I was
yet.
still young.
Yeah.
I was still trying to figure it out.
Heard. Heard.
You get me? But
Heard.
go ahead, talk your talk.
But
Go ahead. Say what you have to say.
Chat, you're a chat.
even, for instance, right? Even when I was younger,
Yeah.
right? None of my kids was like I didn't say, hey, I want to have a child, and I had a child. Like they was all
It was putting piggies
yeah.
in
It was
blankets.
stuff that happened.
In the heat.
You know what I mean? It was
Yes,
stuff that
slip and
happened.
fall.
But as a man, I know, like, you could look, if the female you got pregnant is somebody that you're gonna have a problem with. You know what I mean?
But you didn't think about that when you was
You don't know
putting
that
your
'cause
piggy in the blanket?
your headache that you might have caused
Experience
Right.
really? Oh.
could make that emotion change.
Correct.
Because I know that's what me. I was
But-
you know what I'm
headache?
saying?
What
A
I'm
jealous
saying
You were a
type
headache?
guy.
the first
You
10
was a
years,
headache?
the first 10
Something
years
like
you're
that.
guaranteed. The first 10 years you're guaranteed to be like if y'all ain't on the same page, the first 10 years of having a child is horrors.
You think so?
If you not
Because there are men that
Say
don't
that?
want to be with, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. I was never like that. I was like, yo, go find somebody, please, because you need some penis in your life. Something.
I
That's-
can't.
That was my outlook, and I was like, yo.
You guys are so quick to say that.
No, I'm
There
serious.
are-
No, don't
there
get me
are-
wrong. I know
so
females that've been through that, but
You're funny.
What
You're
happened?
funny.
You guys are so quick to say that. Go
What?
find a penis.
No, I'm
What
like, yo,
makes-
give me the kids, go live life. That was my offer. Give me my kids, go outside, go hang out, go date, go live life, go get some penis in your life, and don't worry about them, because I ain't going nowhere.
But what makes you think that we wouldn't worry about them anyways? Like, we going to worry regardless.
We're,
so,
we're
so
nurturers.
why y'all don't
We're
have
on
why
the-
y'all don't have that energy
Maybe you
when
don't have
we,
the right woman with you to help take care of my kids, so I don't want them around. But that's a whole different conversation. We're talking about child
I'm
support
talking
here,
about
right?
but that's support.
No, we're talking about
That's
co-parenting
support,
as
though.
well.
That's co-parenting is support. So that's the thing. Child support is not only monetary. It's time, and how much times you would say you wanted time to kind of live life? Be real. Talk to me.
All the time.
You feel me? So,
All the time.
unfortunately, you didn't have a guy like me. Because me, I was like, yo, give my kids, go live your life, go have fun. My
But
daughter,
when
mom
you
now
say
is
live your
married
life, does that
because
mean permanently
I
keep
took
the
my
kids?
daughter. I was like, yo, go live your life, go find somebody, stay with me for like months, almost a year. She married to the man now. I'm like, I'm happy for her. To answer her question, I'm not bitter. I'm like, yo, go live life, because I know what it can do for you to get free to like release.
But you're one.
stress.
You're
You
one
know what I mean?
out of 80% of these men
whoa,
out here.
No. I did do that at one point in time. I had, when he
80%?
did decide to be in the kid's life, for a couple months, I did that. I let him have him.
It's
Yeah.
super high.
they're pushing commercials because they want the single
They're pushing
female
the narrative.
household.
All right.
Did you not see the fatherhood.gov commercials where they're literally saying, please be in your kid's life and stop paying those are commercials. They're out.
Okay,
Stop blaming the government. for
2024.
what is it? What does it mean?
2024, baby.
Push for it because it's so much of an issue they realize.
Just because they post something, put something out, don't mean they pushing for it. Because just as much as they pushing for it, just as much as they giving out Section 8, They're giving out food stamps.
No, they push the food stamps and stuff like that. If you don't put your baby daddy on child support, you ain't getting no food stamps.
No Medicaid. You ain't getting none
So,
of that stuff.
If you
let,
don't
so
put
let me
them,
so let me ask you a question.
if you do not put them,
Right, it's very much true.
they
Sure
will
do.
not.
It's
give
very.
you the
So let me
food
ask you a question. So what happens? What happens if you're broke and he's broke? Why does he have to go on
somebody
child
gotta go
support if
sell
both
some
of y'all are
ass.
broke? Like, make it make sense.
Hey, listen, if we both broke, right, we both would get benefits equally.
Y'all had
That's
no
one thing I
business
know.
having
I've learned
kids.
about that.
Correct, but
Because
you
they're
have
like,
to
I
be
can't
on
get no
child
money.
support.
I can't get no money off
No,
this guy.
no, no. He
For
don't.
you to get it, he
no,
has
no,
to go
no,
on
no,
child support.
no.
Nah,
you
that's
could
not
put
true.
you could
That's
put
not
the
true.
the two parent can apply together,
Yep.
and you
If-
both
if
can
y'all-
get it, and the
if y'all
kids,
together.
right?
But-
If you're together.
I know a lot of people that do that. 'Cause
Separate?
They,
No.
for, they
I'm
they're in
not
a whole
talking
nother
about.
level of
I'm not
category
talking
of
about a
mental state.
happy home. I'm talking about a single mama
Separate. Oh, you ain't getting
and
nothing.
a single daddy.
Yeah, you got to put them on child support.
If you broke and he broke, you getting food stamps.
and he's going
he
to court,
getting child
they
support.
put him to court for child support.
That makes
Yes.
sense.
But like I said, if you don't have no money, what are you pulling from?
Okay, so now
That's it.
if
That's
you
the
don't have
thing
no
right
money
there.
and you get on child support, you can't pay child support. Where you going?
Jail.
Are you going to pay child support or be in your child's life from jail?
Well, you don't go to jail
What is
first.
it?
They suspend your
What
license.
is it doing?
She know the
Yeah,
process.
but then without
Yes.
without a
You
license,
invented
how
it,
he
so you
getting
been
I've
through
over
the
it?
been through
process.
it, but let me tell you.
What is it
Talk-
doing?
Hold on. I
It's-
want to hear her thoughts. I want to hear her thoughts.
I've been through it where
Come on, speak the truth.
he was a truck driver, so for UPS.
Got it.
So every time they would suspend his license. But you see how I'm not bitter? I will go into court because he owes about $7,000. They suspend his license. He can't work now. So I would go into court and be like, well, if he can't work, how am I going to get child support? You know?
Exactly.
So can you please put back on his license and clear up that $7,000? I don't want it. And they would clear it up and put it back on.
Hold on.
So
come
did that
from?
mean I
Where-
was
where you
stupid?
come from?
No,
Did
no,
that mean
hold
I
on.
was
Where you
stupid?
come from?
No, is that not bitter or is that making sure you're getting your paper?
Nah.
No, but I wasn't getting
That's
nothing.
love.
Remember, he
That's love.
owed
Okay, but listen,
$7,000. He was
All right.
owing.
She just
if
said
she-
no to
if
seven
she t-
grand.
Yeah,
She wasn't getting the
twice.
$7,000.
Twice.
That can
She
help her
wasn't
kids.
getting it,
But I could have let them leave his license suspended.
and you wouldn't get no money.
Right. I wasn't getting it anyways.
Right, but if you take him
But I
off
let 'em put it-
and they put him back on and he starts working, you're getting money.
No, I wasn't getting it.
Why did he get money when he was working then?
Exactly. They wasn't taking it from him. I don't know. But I put it back on for him twice.
I'm just saying, like, I hear
I
you.
did.
I hear you.
But these are the reasons
I hear you.
why that unfortunately legal system exists in that aspect.
The legal system is ish.
I mean, we know that, but I'm
Ish.
just saying.
Ish. Straight ish.
It is.
I just wish they come.
Ish, ish.
I wish they just make them have an agreement and some type of mediation to sit down. Like, listen, these are your options, bro. We could mess up your license, lock you up, this, that,
They'll
and the third,
garnish
or
your paycheck.
you guys come to a
But
agreement.
the system is messed up, period, because even, let's say me and a female have a child, right? I could be financially stable, have my life together. She could be a gutter rat.
Then
Why
why
you
did
mess-
you
that's
have
your
a child
decision.
with
And
her?
guess what?
You didn't
Strap
put on
up.
a jacket.
What hap-
Strap off.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? Not a gutter rat. She could be a upcoming model, and I could be a multi-millionaire,
Womp
and
womp.
we
You're
have
talking
a
about
child.
Basketball player, football player.
Right.
So they do
and
this
we
on
have a child,
a Drake or
right?
whatever.
She
They're gonna-
gets custody automatically, right? And if we're not together, she gets money. Now reverse it. She's the multi-millionaire, and I'm upcoming model, and we have a child. Guess what? She takes my child, and that's it. I don't get no child support.
You can though.
How?
It goes both
goes
ways.
both
You know
ways.
the system goes
You
both
can.
ways, right?
You have to
the
be.
ratio is like 10.
You have to
10-90.
prove that she's not stable in order to be able to get custody. If she's a multimillionaire and she's stable and she has a house, I'm not getting custody. There's no way possible for me to get custody.
Okay, you don't need
But
custody.
then why
do
would you want
50-50.
child support then? Why would you need child support if you can't get custody? Why would you need child support?
Right. You don't have the kids.
No, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
I'm not
right now.
saying I would need child support,
Right.
Right. But what I'm saying is I don't have the option to say, let me get custody of the child and put you on child support.
I am
But if it's
pretty sure-
reverse,
I'm pretty sure it's possible.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
It happens like 1% of the time.
It's once in a blue moon, but it's
You
not
have to
impossible.
prove. You have to prove that they're not stable. The whole point of the fact is that y'all don't know what it is to fight for y'all child. From the time you have a child, it's your child.
That's why I have none.
So that's why you do right by the woman, and you stay with your
The
child
woman has
and
nothing
the
to
lady,
do with the child.
and take care of your kid.
That's if they were both single and not married, right?
Well, obviously, yeah, if you're married.
Okay.
I mean, if you're single, sorry.
Married, it's a
No.
different situation, right?
If you're married, the female still gets the child.
Yeah.
You still have priority to get the child.
They'll demonize
That's
you.
not
and-
automatic.
it's automatic.
It is automatic.
If you're
Not.
stable,
It is.
If you're stable and you're financially stable,
Trust me, I just went through it with someone.
You're automatic.
It very much so is.
it's automatic.
I
It
didn't
is
know that the woman
automatic.
You know what I mean?
automatically.
It's always a fight. If we're not with the female, it's a fight
It is an
from
automatic.
jump.
Yep.
Correct. Correct. That's the only option.
You are far and few between.
Hmm. Mm.
That's called maturity.
But he couldn't get your son unless you gave your son to him.
Right.
So if, exactly.
There you go. That's my point. Having
father,
a grown-up
yeah.
conversation
Right.
and having an
Exactly.
agreement.
But it's maturity. It's maturity. How long did it
See?
take you to get to that
Maturity.
point?
that
Maturity.
Because it wasn't always like that. How do you feel about meeting the other partner before having them around your children?
But no. See, there's a difference. We're not saying that the female doesn't exist, because there's a lot of mature females out there that's willing to co-parent. We're not saying that that female doesn't exist. However, a lot
far
of
and
y'all
few between.
have demons in y'all.
Y'all don't.
you sound traumatized, dude.
No,
you need a hug, man. You need
Right.
a hug.
I'm
I
gonna
think
say,
you need
you
to
know
get
why
him
I'm
a
saying
sniff,
this?
'cause-
No, listen,
I
dead ass.
gotta agree. I gotta
Because
agree.
outside of my personal, I'm just talking about female friends that I know.
Yeah.
Like this one right here. As
no
cute
Britney.
and nice and innocent as she look, she could be on demon time. And she ain't even got no kids.
I don't.
I believe
I
you.
don't.
I
I
believe
don't
you.
cause it.
You hear me?
I don't. If you draw me out,
This
it's
one
gonna
over
come
here
out.
is beautiful. But I know
Yes,
for a
sir.
fact that she could be on demon time.
It's not my fault.
Demon time might not mean what you think it means.
Whoa. What is
Yeah, different.
Well, we'll
yeah.
do it.
all right. For my generation. For my
Gen X.
generation.
From our
What
generation,
Elephant said?
I-
And Ghana Moon.
Demon
X.
I don't know.
I'm just letting you know.
I don't.
Be on social media, so this is how the public is going to perceive what
Wait.
you're saying.
Okay. Hold on. Let's clarify this real quick.
All right, so
'Cause
basically,
I don't- what does demon time mean?
So we'll talk about that off camera.
No, I
We'll
wanna
talk
know,
about
what
that
does demon
off
time
camera,
mean?
Off camera. Off camera. So okay, so what he's trying to say is we all a little bit crazy.
Oh,
we
well,
all
yeah,
can
they
get
have a
little
little,
bit
they have a
crazy.
little crazy
Or
side
like
to
when
them.
they send the emoji with the little purple devil.
Like, I'm on demon time.
Demon time.
Well, let me. Okay, I don't take it
We
back.
old-
'Cause
we
old,
They
we
both,
old.
they both still on demon time. But however,
Exactly.
You guys, how you feel about? So I saw this TikTok. It was a whole thing on TikTok about this guy. He didn't want to pay child support, so he decided to file for full custody. What the mom did in turn was she was like, "Okay, that's fine. Take your child full time." What the father ended up doing was posting all over TikTok saying that the mother doesn't want to be in the kid's life, and started posting like, "Oh, she's not being doing her motherly duties."
Oh, so she's a deadbeat mama now.
I'm trying to drop the child off at the mom's house, but she don't want to do it. But the mom was saying, she was like, well, I gave you full custody because you didn't want to pay for child support. What do you guys think about that? Because that was a whole debate on TikTok for a while.
All right, so he was like, nah, I can't do this.
No, he was pretty much like, I don't want to pay child support, so I will do
So-
full
No,
why-
he
why
came
you-
to the realization
It
that he
sound like
couldn't
sound like he
be.
can't do it.
a
It sound like he
full-time
couldn't do
dad.
it. It sounded like he couldn't do it.
And it was a whole thing on TikTok.
I,
That's what it was.
I would have been the happiest man in the world. I would have been ghost.
The woman should have had like her maternal instinct to take care of her baby. And then the other half was saying, well,
that's what's wrong with.
Oh,
social
there's a
media.
lot of women out there that don't want that job. They just hand them over. Like,
Yeah, without
yeah.
question.
But also, we need to remember this is social media. We really don't know exactly in detail what occurred. We don't. Yeah, we
Indeed.
don't know if he really was trying to reach out. Like, hey, you gonna spend some time with your child? And she was just like, nah, you wanted him to have him.
but I mean, that's wrong too. No, but
You know what
that's
I mean?
wrong.
So,
like, he was like, I'm at her house this whole I want to take care of
you know what I mean? So
No,
if
that's
that
wrong.
that could be the
She's
case.
Still, but even if though he wanted full custody, you still could be in that child's life.
No,
Come
not
on.
could. You still should be.
You
But-
still should be exactly.
and this
But
is what he's
that-
saying.
I
He's
get
saying
where
that
Daryl's
she,
going. Like, my bad, but
No, you good.
It's being petty. Oh, so you wanted
God
them,
knows
you
what's
can have
going on.
them.
Yeah,
in
you
the
don't
real,
know- you don't know
what's
what's
the real
right.
story. What's the
Right.
real
She
story
could be
behind
really,
closed
she could
doors?
be
It's
really ducking the
okay.
situation. Now, if she's not really ducking the situation and he's just trying to floss for social media, he's a punk.
But if no, she said no. What she said, she's trying
Agree.
to teach him a lesson. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, but at the end
but
of
you're
the
teaching
day,
the child a
it's
lesson.
the
You're
child
not
that's
exact-
losing.
that's- Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
Describe the situation more. It was a toddler, little boy, and once again, mom was all over because they both have their own individual TikTok pages. Mom was all over TikTok talking about, yes, this man don't want to pay his child support. It's hard. Like I have a child, I have his kid, and I have my own other kids who their fathers weren't in their lives, so I'm not getting child support because I can't even find their daddies. They dipped.
Well, child.
So right, so like apparently like they just like left. They tried to cut contact with her. So
Stop
he can't
skin
even try
out.
she tried to serve them, but there was a whole situation. She was like, you know, so the dad, he don't want to send me child support, and I said that's fine. And he said, well, if in order for me not to pay child support, I will take full custody of my child because he said you don't even let me see my child, right? So she was like, okay, that's fine. You know what? If you feel like that, I will give you your child full time. About a week later, he's on social media on his end saying, oh, she don't want to be in her kid's life. I got full custody of my kid, but you're a mother. You should have your maternal instinct to be in your child's life. That was how it
I-
went down on social media.
I strongly feel like it start bunning him like, yo, all your time is done. All the time you got to take to deal with a toddler, no sleep, got to pick him up, put him in daycare if there was
That's
even
so
an option for
hard
daycare.
for a man to
That is
do.
a lot. That's a lot.
Welcome
I'm just-
to
I'm just-
motherhood.
like I said, I know the whole situation. So, like, again, I'm not the greatest mother sucker in the world, but I know what that's like. Getting up, taking a kid to daycare.
Oh, so you know how a mother feels when she.
Thank
I
you.
know,
That's
that's
what
just
I
I'm very
said. Welcome to
understanding in that
motherhood.
aspect. I did it myself.
Okay.
Kids be screaming.
Because
I
some guys nowadays
I'ma
don't know
be
what
honest.
that's
I took
really
I
like.
took off
You know what I think this is?
I took
What?
off months for my kid.
What?
I feel, honestly, because a lot of situations that happen today, and this is how I feel it did exactly what it was supposed to do, which was go viral.
That too.
That's
That
exactly
too.
what, that's what I
God
honestly
knows how much
feel.
money they're making off of that
Because-
too.
I was
But
gonna say they getting a check.
It did its job.
I hope so.
It
I
did
hope
its
so.
job.
Listen.
It was before the TikTok creator funds. I don't really know if they got a check or not. I can't tell you anything.
Well, agreed. Agreed.
and you're tired.
That's what I said.
You don't forget that mama has to do the same thing that you had to do. You don't have to stand
And then some. 'Cause
and that mommy has to deal with that. Plus, she has other kids
I-
and other things that she has to do, and she has to work. You can't do all that super mom has to do.
I know a lot of men.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I know a lot of
can't.
men.
I don't
I
know,
know a lot of
can't.
men
We're
that can.
capable. We're capable.
I had 3 children that I had different schools they were going to, and I had a second child, and I was working and I went to school. They can't do the same thing.
No, 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 no. Don't say can't.
Not all of them.
most men
Daddy
don't
can't.
want
Not
to.
all of them.
No. Let me.
Daddy couldn't do what I was doing.
He
Daddy kept telling me,
chose.
Tell him, girl.
He chose because let me tell you something. The 18-year-old me and the grown me today, the love that I have for my son, there's nothing that would need to be done
He's
for
such a
him
good daddy. He's
that's
such a good
not going to
daddy.
get done. If you could go to the moon, bitch, we going together.
Oh.
There- you know what I mean? So if he didn't do it, he chose not to do it because he's capable.
You're absolutely right. Everything is a decision
Yeah.
and a conversation.
You need that this child support, as she touched on with the light situation. Let me tell you, her living by herself. Yeah, she needed a shelter over her head. Yeah, she needed a light. She needed a 1 bedroom. Now she got that little person.
Now she needed 2.
Costs way more than a 1 bedroom.
Child.
When do you need a 2-bedroom? If you have a child, you don't need a 2-bedroom right away. Why?
Oh,
Listen.
demon time.
I quit.
Yours.
Definitely yours. Definitely yours.
I'm always cold. So my lights be on 77, 78 sometimes. When Lisa come home, my bill went from 101, maybe 120. That shit say 200 and something dollars now.
I hear
When
you.
there's another person in that home, you do need that money.
Right, but that's an $80 difference, right?
When I had that little child,
You
If you
look at
don't-
every little
If you
dollar.
don't cut it, listen.
my last little child, Daryl, you know, she a sickly one. She couldn't go to public school, so it ain't no free lunch. I had to cook food for her. She had to get braces. Had to get braces because of mercury. That shit cost me $5,300 out my pocket. So when they talk about child support, so that little child support he was paid when he felt like paying that, because it ain't a guarantee you're gonna get that. When he paid, when he feel like paying. So I had to come. Her school cost me $10,000 a year. And yes, I got scholarships. Scholarships don't pay $10,000 a year.
Sure
I
don't.
still had to come out the pocket. Remember, I had 3 children. And all 3 went to different schools. So when scholarship don't pay, I still had to come out the pocket. And I was a mother that's schooling my damn self. So when they tell me, child support this and child support that, Daddy disappeared. Not because I wasn't letting them in his life, in their life. Hell, shit, pick their ass up, goddammit.
Well, again,
I
though,
had no problem picking them up. 'Cause
again,
Your choice.
mothers like you. First of all, round of applause. But mothers like you deserve the child support. That's mothers like you are who should get the child support. My problem is not child support because I don't mind if he a deadbeat, get it, no problem.
Agreed.
But what I'm saying is for the fathers that want to be a part, the fathers that try to be in their kids' life, the fathers that want to be fathers, child support should not be the first option. That's all I'm saying.
The women should allow you guys to be the fathers and do your part. That's it.
But
that
we
comes
could
with
do our parts.
maturity.
If you are bitter, we could be the best fathers on earth. You could still put us on child support.
I guess.
just because the woman don't want them, they don't want to have nothing to do with their kids.
I know a couple of those.
Yeah, I know a couple.
I know a couple of those, but
I
the
know
ones
one
that the
too.
ones that irritate me is the ones that have 2 and 3 and 4 kids by the
Yeah,
same father, and
yeah.
then be like, "Well, he wasn't."
You sound like my daddy.
When did you realize
daddy
he
said
wasn't?
that too.
When,
After the
when,
fourth?
when,
After
when?
the 5th.
You know what I mean? Like first
One too
time you
many.
could say, "Well, I didn't know." By the second and third, chick, you chose this life. Now deal with it.
We have a question from the panel too.
What do you think about the bitter father?
You mean the question she asked?
Bitter execs. Let's say, for example, I just told you guys how I deal with my son
Because he can't have access to you.
Yeah, but for real, that's all it boils down to.
That's all it is.
Question: Is he a good father?
Um,
Because that's all that matters to me.
Honestly, there are situations where people have good fathers, and the only reason they got divorced because dad was beating up on mom. There be situations like that.
Right? That's what I'm asking.
But we're relating to different. What's the situation?
Good father, as in, is he present? Yes, he is.
Provider, present,
Provider, he questions.
not monetary.
You know, what is it worth providing for? He does question that. But in a sense of when you use your narcissistic ways against your child, who's old enough to know you're being narcissistic. What the is it? To the baby, right? You're being narcissistic to the baby. You're being bitter. You're spreading lies. You know, you're doing things that a young baby mama would do at a grown man age. What would you say would be the reason as a grown man to act like that?
Men.
Men.
It's simple. You're using age to define grown man. It's just that simple.
Speak
I
louder.
agree. I agree with what you're saying. It's a decision, like he was saying earlier. You could decide to just man up and do what you got to do, regardless of all the emotional attachments you might have to your past, and just kind of just like, yo, this is what it's gonna be, and just move on. He's attached to you. I don't know. No comment. I'm
We
lost
ain't
too.
getting
I'm
the joke.
lost.
Me and you over here in the,
I'm
in the
I'm
cut.
lost. I'm
We in
lost.
the cut.
But I don't know, man. I just my outlook on it is like,
I just wanted to know what would be the reason for a father to act.
Immaturity.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, age grow-
immaturity.
Age is just a number.
Yeah, age is, yeah.
Age is just a number.
Give it some time. And you said your child is grown enough to see what it is. That's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
That child
Definitely.
knows the difference. I'm sorry. It's not even a child no more, right? That grown adult.
The child, it's not an it.
Did I say it? My bad.
That's all right. Hey, you know me and kids.
I did never bash their dad. Yeah, I don't because I wanted my kids to
That's important.
no matter
That's very
That
important.
that is important.
that is a parent,
That-
they are going to love it is always the parent.
That's
That
true.
is important.
No matter what. That is your father at the end of the day. You have to be able, just as open as you are with me, you got to be feeling like you can be open with him as well. It's not my job to tell you my opinion, how I feel. You need to go talk to your dad about how you feel. Period.
I think that's a lot of the problem too. Is that we try to corrupt these kids, right?
All right, I'm guilty for that.
You don't have a open repertoire with your children.
I am.
Kids don't feel like they can come and talk to you.
Correct.
They say, yeah, they do. And so with my kids, they'll come and talk. One thing I didn't do, although me and baby I didn't talk, I made sure he still knew what was going on.
As you should.
I
It's
respect you.
communication.
Even if he didn't
Yeah.
answer back or anything, you know what they told me? He not our parent. You are. We live with you. But yet still, I made sure he knew what was going on. Because I always tell him I don't want my kids to have daddy issues at all. But I wanted them to know him. Your daddy's a liar. But I needed them to find that out.
But they,
But
get,
see,
they
they
do that at a
as-
certain age.
Right.
So I didn't want eventually me saying,
But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. These kids are going to get older. They're going to grow opinions of their own. They're going to have sense, right? So they're going to pick up on things because I guarantee you.
And that's what my kids are doing
right.
now.
That parent isn't going to change.
So they
You are
decided
stuck
to
in
stop
your
talking
way,
to him because
right?
they're older now. They know.
They
but they know he a liar.
They know. They know
but
now.
but now it's up to them to determine how they want that relationship to go, right?
They know.
They're older, but they
Yeah.
But now they can form their own opinions, their own relationship. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't corrupt them. You get what I'm saying? So now they don't have to oh, well, mommy said, oh, well, daddy said no. Now I know for a fact because I seen it for myself. So
I might get a little off topic, but I want to ask you a question.
ask me a
Actually,
question.
No, I want to ask the guys a question.
Oh,
axe up. Let's get it.
So,
I need
I'ma
something
sit
to
back.
smoke.
there's a little.
Let me sit back for this one.
Yeah, I ain't smoking nothing.
He's been whispering that the whole time.
My phone. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your
We
question.
filming.
Ask
So,
your question.
this is for the guys. What do you think about the men that that's been paying child support?
Girl, don't get quiet now.
That's been paying child support, right? And then finds out that it's not his kid.
Blows and skirts.
And
You better.
Nope.
Nope.
no, say
If you sign the
say they
birth
put you down as a birth
certificate.
certificate.
If you
You
sign
sign
the
the
birth
birth
certificate,
certificate.
it does not matter if the DNA proves that that child is not yours.
You claim
You
them.
are assuming legal responsibility. No, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Who? Listen, you don't sign nothing.
That's exactly
Before
it.
you leave the hospital, you could request a DNA
Amen.
test.
Yeah, but you know men don't do that nowadays.
Whoa.
No, nowadays they
whoa.
might do it more.
No, no, no. You
Whoa.
guys don't do that. You're with your girl. You go in the hospital. She's having her baby, your baby. Right. And
Let me
you
tell
in
you
love.
something.
You
Let me
in
tell you
love. You
As a
signing the
child.
birth certificate.
As a child, maybe. When you got something to lose, signing that paper is very important because you basically giving her rights to you.
So if you've been with this woman for years,
Let me
and
tell
now
you something. Let me tell you something. Let me
and
tell
you
you
Listen,
having a
listen.
baby,
You don't
you're
even
gonna
gotta
sit
act-
there and
Hey,
say,
Daryl.
You don't
"Give
even
me a
have to
DNA?"
ask me.
Okay, but wait.
There's a kit at Walgreens.
Absolutely.
Mouth swab,
Whatever,
but
mouth
I'm not
swab,
taking.
Send it off.
I'm not taking that. Listen,
It's almost like a
Before
notarized.
I would sign or anything,
Professional.
I had a few people do it, and then you could do blood work afterwards and everything. Went ahead and did the mouth swab and all that jazz, and they was like, "What the?"
No, you have to
They
go
didn't even
through
say
a
nothing.
court
No.
appointed.
No. I'm just saying
mouth
this
swab
is a
spot.
this is a me and you situation. Did a mouth swab, I get something back in the mail, and I'm like, they went like this. Read that, and then just looking at you like. Then you see that you be like, oh.
I know that
Yeah,
story in real life.
I have a few people that gone through that.
Not me.
I mouth swab my kids as well. All types of stuff. I got DNA checked, but all my kids got my weird middle finger. So,
okay,
so
so
it's like I got genetic imprints on these kids.
It's like, yeah,
But-
that's my kid.
Yeah, nah, but
So
they look
how
like
would
murder.
you-
But
listen.
girls,
That you
Let-
pay all
let-
that child
they
support and
want
it
you
ain't
for your,
yours.
they want you for
Screw
your
the child
resources.
support.
I can tell you that.
It's not
They
even
want
the
you for
child
your
support that would
resources.
bother me. It's the attachment that would bother me.
Because
Agreed.
you
I
hurt that
have
child so.
kids out there that I have no blood attachment
I
to
have
at
built
all.
a relationship with this child.
But they like nieces and nephews, and even if I don't talk to their parents, I still rock with them because kids ain't
They're innocent.
right. You know what I
They
mean?
didn't ask to
That's
be
a
here.
whole nother subject because
They
it
didn't ask
irritates
to
me
be
when adults fall out and then take it out on the kids. But anyway, but the attachment alone, if I have a child that I think is mine for 5 years, screw the child support. If I find out that child ain't mine, I'm sorry.
If you, Linda, are a wife and you're giving birth and your husband asks you for a DNA, how do you feel about that?
Oh,
Adult,
Oh.
a maturity.
yeah.
We grown.
Yeah.
We
Maturity.
grown. We
As
not
an
talking
adult,
about back in the
okay,
day. We talking about
adult
we
or
grown.
not adult, I would be so upset. He would have to leave the room.
I think I
I
would
just-
give it
I
to you
don't
just
even
to
want-
see the
I'll
look
be
on
like-
your face.
Huh?
Huh?
You damn right. Yeah, you right. Bleeding everywhere and everything. Me, I don't care.
let me ask.
Okay, I'm listening, baby. Okay. A whole 5 hours later.
They all come out light skinned.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
They have all that white on them.
was that his first child? Okay. Okay. and I agree with that because
That's how it should be.
I agree.
Why?
No, no, no.
Why should you
I
give
mean,
him a test?
I don't mean like
Wait a minute.
giving birth to
What?
afterbirth. And
Why
then
should
he's
you give him a test?
Reason why?
Right.
Is because I know who I was.
But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a.
So
It's
did
kind
you
of like
stay
a
with
petty
him?
thing. Like, boom, you want it? I'm gonna
You
give it
guys
to you.
wasn't
Did you stay
good
with
after
him?
that, right? I'm assuming.
I
Y'all,
was
y'all
just
was
gonna
even.
ask. That's
It
what
wasn't
I'm
like
asking.
a situation where y'all just like, I got pregnant and then
Did you stay with
y'all
him?
was y'all wasn't together. Please tell me y'all
After
wasn't
that
together.
test.
It was a
Did you stay with him after that test?
Were y'all together before the test?
Where y'all?
Were-
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all was in a relationship. Y'all was married. Y'all was.
He was trying to get out before
Okay.
it started.
But no.
He was trying to get out before it started. That's what it sounded like. And he, from what you said earlier,
For real?
Remember,
Uh-uh.
you know, 2021. You got family in your ear.
Oh, my
You got your friends in your ear. You got the
But
streets in your ear.
question: why does it have to be? I don't. Why does it have to be all that? Why can't he just be 100% sure?
Because they told me they was in his ear.
But what I'm saying is, what's wrong with wanting to know the child is yours?
I don't.
There's nothing.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. And again, I'm sorry, I don't have
Especially
children.
in
I
today's
think
age.
I think
but-
something's wrong with it.
Is the reason why I went ahead and said, okay. At least let the lady.
that's why I asked the relationship. What was the relationship
Child,
like?
we
'Cause
No.
We're
it-
not
the
talking about right
relationship-
away.
See, that's a. So there was no trust. There
If
was
you don't know if
there
it's
was a
yours
lot
or
of
not,
understand
different
that.
elements
That-
in
I
he
can
didn't trust. He didn't
understand
trust you,
that.
obviously.
But what is wrong? What is
That's
wrong?
what I'm saying. What was the,
I don't
the
see nothing
relationship
wrong with
had
that.
not, from
I
that
don't see
point.
no-
I
from
don't
that
see
point,
nothing
the
wrong
I
with
really
that.
don't
was no-
either.
I see
wasn't
something
good
wrong
from
I
the
mean,
jump, right
as
there.
a female,
It came out.
If,
that's crazy. to
if
me.
you really need to know, I see it as if you really need to know, and why you with me.
I don't think it's
No,
a question
no.
about that.
It's not.
It's a
It's not.
It is a
security for them.
question.
It's
It's
a
not.
security.
It's not.
Because you think I'm doing something.
It, not
No.
necessarily. No, not necessarily.
So why?
No. Everybody is human. Everybody is human. Everybody is human.
Thank you.
There you go. That
Thank
was
you.
my point. That was my point. That's what I was saying to. I like. There's no trust in that relationship at all.
Thank you.
No trust.
That
That's what I was trying to
obviously
say.
that relationship is no nothing.
I could understand it when you're young, you know, at
As
19,
a
20. I
female, y'all can
understand.
say that. As
But a
females, y'all
little
can say that.
older-
As males,
What I had. I
as
had
females, they can say that, but as males, it's
Say what?
complete. Because once you have a child, it's yours. It's never no question. Is
So-
the
Yeah,
child yours?
I say this when
So if you decided to have a late night little sex
Rendezvous.
escapade, it's not. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the female. Correct, but it happens. But a lot of it only takes one time. So if somebody made a mistake
For real.
one time and they never told you nothing, now that's an argument. That's an argument. That's an argument.
I don't.
That's
I
an
don't
argument.
know.
That's an argument.
I don't know.
I can
well,
understand
yeah,
that.
It does happen. I'm not. I guess.
Yeah,
From my thought process is like I'm not asking you right as soon as you
Yeah.
gave birth. I'm gonna ask you maybe let you get some rest.
Yeah, but I
Come
mean,
off
it's
that
definitely,
epidural.
it's definitely,
Man, he just
it's that.
child.
That's, yeah.
How about this, right? So I saw this story. I think it was on Reddit, and it was pretty much a girl talking about she grew up, she got a DNA test. Her mom told her don't get a DNA test for, like I guess for her sister or something like that for Christmas. No. She got her sister a DNA test for because they want to do ancestry. They want to see where they're from. So the sister does a DNA test, and lines
Found out that's not your sister.
the sister is like 30 something. They're having a family, gathering. The dad's there. Turn out, the dad, not the father, but the dad
Playing.
raised her. She's 36. She grown. How do y'all feel about? How do you feel about that? Like, would you still be in your child's life even after that? Like, would you still actively be like, okay, these are my grandkids, da 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 da, or would you just be like,
that's like
Definitely.
equivalent to
That's
that's
definitely
equivalent
your
to
kid after that.
to adopting a
That's
child.
your kid.
After
Yeah,
30 something
definitely.
years, that's like
Not even 30
you
something
can't even
years.
go. You can't even go back.
Yeah, you might as well say it's like having a godchild. You know what I mean? At that point, 30 something years.
That's your child.
listen, Reddit got some crazy stories. Y'all need to.
Like it happens every day. That's this
30.
is like an
but
everyday story.
this is why DNA
Well,
tests
yeah.
are needed.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
So I didn't realize we were live. So I'm reading some of the comments. I just no, I didn't know we were still live. But anywho, I'm gonna tap in with some of the comments if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't.
I
know.
mean they
I
they
forgot.
legit.
Sorry.
They legit.
I
One of,
completely forgot we was live. Sorry.
I did too. One of our watchers is saying, I told my boys if they aren't married, ask for a DNA test because you never know.
And that's reasonable. Now, asking it in the delivery room might be a little.
I mean, nah, I'm not
but
saying
you know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, in the delivery room.
Give me
Yeah,
some
you might be pushing
time.
it. You pushing it real like hard body.
I will say this: if you guys are not married, but you've been dealing with each other for a while, and you guys know, like this is who I'm dealing with, ask it ahead of time before the delivery.
I think it should be a discussion. Absolutely. Before I give birth,
Yeah, but
if you
like
feel
a
that way,
one-night stand type of deal, my nigga, you better ask. You better. I would tell myself.
another.
I think you should ask. Period.
I,
Oh,
Period. I don't care who it is because there's married couples out there that found out that their child wasn't his. Like your
Ooh,
marriage is just
Jesus.
it's a piece of paper at the end of the day. It's a piece of paper. It doesn't stop people
it
from
really
being
does
human.
not.
This
People
is a human
don't
mistake.
value what they used to value, how
It's
they
a-
used to value.
It's a
marriage
human
in the back.
mistake.
I was trying to say when I had my daughter, me and her mother had a conversation. We was like, "Yo, she was like, I'm pregnant. What do you want to do?" And we had a whole conversation. She sat me down. I sat down, and we talked about it, thought about it, and then we made a decision. Some of these women don't do that nowadays. Some of them just like, "Yo, which one is the richest one?" I could kind of like, "Yo, G," and then who did I deal with at that time? I want to choose this guy because I like him more than I like the other one. And then you don't. It's scary, and I get why. I don't know what her situation. He probably just wasn't ready. I feel like that, but there's other guys that assume that the woman is loyal, and then some women be so sneaky. You can't even tell.
But why
You
is
will
it
never
always the
know.
woman, though?
It's crazy though.
Because at the end of the day, once you have a child, it's yours as a female.
Yeah.
You never have
Okay.
to question DNA as a
Well,
female.
that's actually
Yeah.
one of our other
It's
viewers. That was their
Whose
comment.
seed is it? Oh, Maury.
Once it come out of yours,
we know
it's
it's
you.
my egg, but
You
who's
know what I mean?
seed?
It's yours. It's yours.
That's what one of our viewers. That's their comment. Because there are so many cases where people thought their partner was faithful, and it turned out differently.
Simple.
I kind of
Simple.
know a case like that firsthand.
Simple. I know a couple cases like that firsthand. And the problem is as you get older and as you start developing businesses and owning properties,
Absolutely.
signing your name to a piece of paper is not the same thing as a 17, 18-year-old. You have things to
Absolutely.
lose as a grown man like me. I would never just sign a birth certificate without a DNA test now. You know what I mean? Because I need to make sure that's my child.
Bro,
I totally agree.
brother, you need to make sure you're wrapping up. First and foremost, brother.
No more.
Wrap it.
PSA.
Hello.
Make sure you wrap up yourself. PSA.
Safe
Make
sex,
sure you wrap
guys.
up yourself.
Safe sex.
So-
Get tested.
Sir, so
Put on
I've
the
gotten phone
glove.
calls after wrapping it up. You know what I mean? It doesn't make.
I'm just saying, though. I
it
just
still
had to give
happens.
that
By
PSA.
your size.
Yeah, it still happens.
By your size.
Demon time. Right, but if you do use a rub and they still come to you, you still have to ask for DNA. test.
DNA.
Period. I just think it's a female's gonna always. I mean, not the average, but there's females out there that's gonna say and feel a kind of way about a DNA test because you never have to worry about questioning a child. You don't know what it is to have to question a child because if the child is yours, it's yours. Point blank. Period.
He's having
Oh,
his
no,
own
no, no, no.
conversation.
I'm sorry. No, no.
He
No,
reading his
respect-
phone.
no,
He ain't
no,
laughing
sorry,
about
sorry,
you,
so
boo.
sorry, so sorry.
No, he
Not
has his
you.
own
I'm so
joke.
Child,
sorry.
she was about to go from 0 to 100
Wait,
real quick.
I got nervous. I was like, security, help me, please.
None of the day.
In the perfect world.
There is-
In the perfect world, that's how it should happen.
Right. In the perfect world, that's how it should happen.
I hate it here.
Ask you, let me get a paternity test. My nigga, if you know you true to yourself, give that man a fucking paternity test.
But isn't it like some kind of like dignity for y'all to like stand on it? Like if a dude,
That's my thing.
yeah, if a dude
Like,
come to
I
you
wanna-
and
I
ask you,
wanna-
and you be like, my dude, my
Listen,
yeah,
I
do
wanna
what you
say,
do.
Listen, this is me. I'm petty as hell. I'm gonna be like, blah. Tell me something else.
Out though, it's not a dignity
That's just me.
for me, because I know in that moment when we had this kid, when we made this kid, I was true to myself.
Right, so that's exactly why you gave it to him, because you knew what it was. My whole thing is if you feel a kind of way, you feel a kind of way because you know there's a possibility
Nope.
that it's not
Nope, I
me.
disagree with that.
So then what you feeling a kind of
Because
way for?
because why you ask? I know how. She says she knows. She's true to herself, right? Okay, I know I'm true to myself, but I would feel a kind of way because now I know how you're looking at me, what you're thinking.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever asked a man, has he cheated on you?
Of course,
Okay, what's the difference?
but that's totally different. Come on, you were
What?
talking about a baby here.
So
That's
what do you
different.
have to do to have somebody else as a baby father? You don't have to cheat?
But the question is,
Am I-
no,
am I
no,
missing
no,
something?
No, no.
Apparently, I'm missing something. Because I don't know what's happening.
You know, listen, I get it. I get
You
your
know what I
outlook.
mean?
Is the I guess it's the delivery more so. That'll be the issue.
Thank
the
you.
delivery will be the issue.
Delivery and
the,
time.
The
Right, the
action is
time.
not the problem.
The
it's
art-
the delivery.
Delivery
is the
and
issue.
time.
The argument
Yes.
is understood. Argument understood.
That
not
is a-
not in
yes.
the delivery room, but at the end of the day, chick, you know what? Hey, listen, y'all. It's been fun.
It's been real, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Again, we
Yo,
don't
wrap it up, B.
we don't condone violence
Yo,
on
wrap it
this
up, B.
show. We do promote safe sex. Please get tested. Cover yourselves at all times. It's been real. Thank you for joining us. High Talk, Real Talk.